Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we got the Daisy Duck review and gameplay in Disney Mirrorverse. So if you are new, please leave a like and subscribe for brand new videos on the channel, and also follow my X down description down below to stay updated when I do upload brand new videos. So it's been a while since we last had a Guardian in Disney Mirrorverse, and finally a new one is here. It's a brand new support Guardian, that being Daisy Duck. So let's get straight into the video, but first I need to put out a quick disclaimer that I am part of the KCP, the Kabam Creator Program, where I get to use these Guardians every single month. So they get added to my account, and then I get to test them out, make videos, and then before they get released officially, they get removed from my account. So I do not get to keep these Guardians. I do not benefit from having these Guardians on my account. I just make videos. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we're going to go over her core abilities first. So every 4 seconds, Daisy heals her lowest percent HP ally for 2%. So you can see that being applied on screen now, and this is guaranteed every single 4 seconds. So every time an ally is healed from any source, there is a 50% chance that they will be cleansed of one of each type of damage and debuff. So you can see that being applied on screen now. This is a really good thing to have. So whenever your allies are being healed, which every 4 seconds you're guaranteed a heal, you're going to be cleansing off these damage and debuffs. This is guaranteed every single 4 seconds, and also with Daisy Duck, as we go further into her abilities, there's other ways of gaining this healing, so you're not guaranteed to cleanse off these damage and debuffs every 4 seconds. It could be every time you use a special ability, or it can actually be from a different Guardian. Daisy doesn't have to be the Guardian actually providing that healing. It can be any other Guardian in the fight. It just allows Daisy to unlock the cleansing of the damage and debuffs. So that's her core abilities. So we're going to move on to her special abilities now. It's very simple. It's just one sentence. All allies are healed for 15% HP. So that's another source of healing. So every time you use your special ability and your allies have these damage and debuffs, they're going to be cleansed. So we're just going to go straight into the signature ability. So the heal provided from Daisy's core ability is increased by 1%. So if we go back over to the core ability, so instead of 2%, it's going to be an additional 1%, taking it up to 3% in total every 4 seconds for one of your Guardians. So whenever an ally drops to 1% HP for the first time in an encounter, they gain an indestructible buff for 4 seconds and gain 10% HP per second whilst the indestructible buff is active. This ability only activates whilst Daisy is still active in the encounter. This is just such a good signature ability. This is what makes Daisy Daisy, and you will see when we get into the gameplay just how insane this signature ability really is. So once you get Daisy, you need this signature ability unlocked. It is so important. So this is just at level 1. So taking her up to level 100, you can see now, instead of the healing being 1%, you're actually going to be healing an additional 5%. So in total, that takes you up to a 7% healing every 4 seconds to one of your Guardians. And at the same time, once one of your Guardians go down to 1% HP, instead of 10% HP per second for 4 seconds, it's actually going up to 20%. So over that 4 second period, when you have the indestructible buff activated, your Guardian is going to be gaining 80% HP. Having this as a high level is so important. So if you have any universal signets laying around, please apply it to your Daisy. We're going to move on to the talents now. So starting with the first advanced talent, whenever an ally drops below 30% HP for the first time in the encounter, Daisy grants them 24.29 armor. This ability only activates whilst Daisy is still active in the encounter, so she also applies armor to your allies as well. It's not just healing, so she has 2 sources of, maintaining all of your Guardians in a fight. So this is good as well. This only applies one time, so once your Guardian goes below 30%, you will be gaining yourself 25% armor. And of course, as always, the higher you have this talent, the more armor you will gain. So moving on to the second advanced talent. Every time an ally is healed from any source, there is an 85% chance that they will be cleansed of one of each type of Dizzy or Strife debuffs. So it's basically a guaranteed chance to cleanse Dizzy and Strife debuffs. Now, it's not 100%, but the higher you have this trait, the higher the chance you will be cleansing these debuffs. And of course, there's loads of ways you can heal through the special ability or every 4 seconds. So basically, whenever you have these debuffs applied to you, this talent will activate and these will be cleansed. So that's the second advanced talent. I'll probably say that talent is not as important. That one's really good against countering Dizzy and Strife opponents and nodes. But yeah, most of the time you won't need that one, so it's not the most important one to apply, but having it available to you is really good. So we're going to move on to the third advanced talent. So when an ally gains an attack, defense, or focus buff, Daisy grants that ally another 8.57% attribute buff of the same type for 10 seconds. Now this can stack up 5 times. This is an amazing talent to apply. Having someone like Scrooge McDuck in the fight with you you're just going to be gaining so much more focus buffs out of nowhere, and the build up just goes from nothing to 100% out of nowhere. This is what makes her different from the other support guardians. This boosts your attack, this boosts your defense and your focus just out of nowhere, and it can really make her strong in the fights and makes all of your allies so much stronger. So moving on to the elite talent, whenever Daisy cleanses another ally of a damaging debuff effect, they all become immune to that type of effect for 2.38 seconds. It just makes you immune to any damaging debuff in the game. There's no cooldown on this. This is just guaranteed to happen all the time. So all your allies are basically immune to any damaging debuff in the game. It's as simple as that. And this is just what makes her so good. This is what makes her one of the best support guardians in the game. So yeah, this elite talent, you definitely need this applied as well. So that's her abilities. That's Daisy Duck basically. So we're going to move on to her traits now. So she's short, leader, high tech, short fuse and featured. Great amount of traits there as well. So what's my overall thoughts on Daisy Duck? She is incredible. She is one of the best support guardians we have had in a very long time. I don't want to get ahead of myself and say she's the best in the game. She's up there. Like, she's just so good. She has it all. She is so sustainable in the fight. She boosts all your guardians, just makes them so much better. And when your guardians are low, you're just going to gain most of your health back instantly. You know, she's got the armor, a good amount of healing as well, and she has a few other good things in the locker as well. So yeah, she's amazing. Kabam did a great job with her. Her animations are amazing as well. Let me know what you think down below. We're going to get into some gameplay now so you guys can just see how she is in game. So if you did like this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.